biased to how hard they're working because I have direct access to knowing that I see people talking to me and working on this at fucking 10 p.m. at night, even though I know they've worked on it all day, and a lot of people are working overtime to try and give this product something that you guys enjoy? Yes. Does that still mean they're going to fall short and they need to be held accountable by the community when things aren't good and told in a positive way that, like, yeah, this isn't right? I'm telling them in ambassador chat, like, the amount of bugs here is making the game unplayable and this is not good for the... Right? They're aware. They are aware. They're being told that. We just don't need to say it in a way that's like, oh, well, Hirez is trash. Okay, then stop playing the game. Then just stop. Stop playing the game then, right? Then stop. We don't need that. That doesn't help anything. Coming in here and being like, Chris, these bugs are way too much to be able to enjoy the game right now, and this is not good. I agree. I agree. I agree. No reason to come in here and just things that aren't true. No reason to come in here and say things that aren't true. This game isn't even being marketed as a alpha. It's being marketed as a full game. Wrong. They should be able to do it since Valve can do it. Wrong. We shouldn't be paying for a game that has bugs. Wrong. You're paying for an early alpha, it's going to have bugs. Fact. If you don't like it, then don't play the early alpha. Try and get a refund. I don't know. They want me to fix the bugs. I mean, with how often I'm reporting these bugs, I probably actually am helping get them fixed. I put maybe 50 messages in the ambassador chat per day. You love this song? I love you. I love you, brother. Take it. Take that, brother. I already got one. So am I going to be biased? Yes, because I see how hard these people are working, and I think just to say they're outright trash is a statement that most people would not say to the person themselves or say to their face. I think this is just like a thing where they're not humanizing the fact that these are people working on this. Does that mean we need to address concerns? Does that mean we ignore concerns that we need to address? No. But just saying inaccurate statements or speaking in hyperbole and just being like, this company's trash, then don't play it. You know what I mean? Don't play it. Don't play the alpha. Come back when it's beta. Come back when we've tested it, right? Oh god, now I'm starting to press it like Smite 1. Now I'm starting to press it like Smite 1, brother. It sucks that there's a certain content creator encouraging the behavior too. I don't fault people for being frustrated. That's, I feel like, where we're getting confused here. I was more frustrated. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I was more frustrated by the bugs yesterday than any of you were. Okay? And I agree with the overall sentiment. Like, I agree that these bugs are fucking frustrating and it makes the game unplayable and it makes some things, like, not look good for Smite 2. I agree. I agree. It's just, we have to talk about the bugs and the concerns we have based in a logical sense, and sometimes when people speak in hyperbole from a place of emotion, right? Sometimes when we speak in ways where we're just like, yo, this company's trash, we shouldn't be paying for this. It's like, how do you steal that? And that's not, Militant didn't say that. Militant didn't say it was trash. Militant was just saying that, like, I don't even know if I disagree with, like, what Militant was trying to say. I probably agree with what Militant's trying to say. I just don't think it's being said in a way that does his whole point justice. Like, if me and Militant sat down and he wasn't talking over text and I wasn't talking to somebody texting where stuff gets lost in translation, we would probably agree. The overall issue is that people just aren't saying things in a right way. And when people don't say things in a right way about criticisms they have, then it's not as well received. And if it's not well received, then you're not going to see changes quickly. The same way when people are like, yo, this patch just sucks. And that's the, like, I'll give you an example. When we were in, like, the really early stages of development with Smite 2, there was a time where it was just ambassadors. Still a chat? Yeah, of course. Just because we disagree doesn't mean we like each other any less. It's just have a disagreement is what it is. We're adults. There was a stage where it was just ambassadors doing the flash test very early on, right? And then they opened it up, so, like, we would get done with the flash test or whatever. It wasn't a flash test back then. Well, I guess it was called, like, the same thing. But we were concerned about, like, okay, we found this bug. This doesn't work. When you ult as Loki, you get teleported across the map, right? We were giving, like, some very early bug fixes or some concerns. Like, when you do this, you can't auto-attack as Bellona anymore. When you do this, you ult as Loki and you get sent across the map, right? We're giving that feedback. Hey, we don't like this. This item, like, doesn't work right. This item does work right, etc., etc. I'll, like, keep giving you examples, right? And we'd be like, this isn't good. We need this changed. And then they opened it up. Oh, nope, not supposed to buy trans. I was supposed to buy Devos, but my brain's on autopilot because we're in a big conversation. Sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing like it affects you. No, this is a shit item. But, so then they opened it up to family and friends, meaning that we all had codes to give to everybody. And immediately, the quality of feedback was 1,000 times worse. People would just come in there and just say, this is shit. Right? And that's the concern I had with the viewer on the Smite Game channel the other day, is they came in, they're like, wow, viewership sucks. This just all sucks. Hirez sucks. And I'm like, brother, what are you in here saying that for? Right? What are you in here saying that for? What are you trying to accomplish? You just trying to make people feel bad? Or are you just trying to, do you not have a better way of telling people that you're not happy with the things they're changing? What's up, Gemma? How you doing? Long time no chat. So it's just like the quality of feedback that people started to give was worse. So when there's 50 people telling you exactly what's wrong with your game and exactly what needs to be fixed, that's great. When there's 1,050 people telling you what's wrong with your game and a lot of those statements are just, you suck, then that's more time that somebody has to read through. Whether you think that it matters or not, that's more things that Hirez has to read through, which takes time away from things being fixed. Right? The fact that they even would have to read through a statement like, yo, this just sucks, like, or this game isn't being marketed as an alpha properly, it's being displayed as a full game better. It's like, okay, well, what do you do? Do we just bring back the, this is an early alpha screen? Because that was on for like 7 months. That was genuinely on for like 7 months where they were like, hey, this is an early alpha, you're going to run into bugs, it's, you know, it's still in pre-development. Do we want that to come back? Because people were sick of that and they were just skipping it. So the issue is, and I think the main thing that frustrates me is I know for a fact that when a lot of people complain about, when a lot of people complain in ways that are not conducive to specifics that they want Hirez to recognize, hear, assess, and fix, and they just, they complain by comparing, or they complain by examples that aren't based in as much logic as you would need to make a change. I know that all it's doing is making it harder for the good feedback to be received. So going in the Smite game chat and just being like, yo, this game sucks. Great, man. Thanks for coming in and saying that, right? It doesn't help get anything fixed. And the fact that anybody has to read it, like, it's just time taken out of everybody's life to read that statement that nobody cares about. You come in there, you're like, yo, these bugs that are affecting the game are super important and they're making it unplayable, and I'm trying to bring friends into the game, and I'm trying to support this game because I love Smite, but I can't because we can't even play the game because of how many bugs are in it right now. Fantastic feedback, thank you. And not facetious, not sarcastic. That is great feedback. That's feedback they need to hear. I'm cool with that. It's just the issue is when people provide bad examples, or they draw bad comparisons, or they just use verbiage that doesn't help. I know all it does is just delay feedback that's more important. And delaying feedback that's more important delays possible time on things getting fixed. Probably not a lot, but still. If we're going to be expressing energy in complaining, which the complaints are valid, I complained all day yesterday. Genuinely, I complained all fucking day yesterday. All day. Fucking Christ. All day I complained about the bugs. Right? We're all on the same page here. I don't think they're acceptable either. I promise you, we're all on the same page. We just got to be better about... Tank it, brothers. Yesterday was rough. Yesterday was rough. Yesterday was one of the worst days of Smite that I've had. Yesterday was one of the worst days. Give me somebody that's not fighting. It's too loud. Yesterday was one of the worst days of Smite I've had in a long fucking time. Not of Smite 2, of Smite at all. Right? And that's saying something. Yesterday was one of the worst days. Right? So, we're all on the same page. This shit's got to get fixed. We're all on the same page. Just a lot of latency-based issues, a lot of bugs happening in the game, a lot of actives and abilities not going off or getting delayed, getting hit by abilities where you're like in the air and shouldn't be targeted, which is a bug. It's going better today? No. No. We've had lobby crashes 2 separate times and whatnot that have made me have to get on Smite 1, but I'm just keeping a better mindset about it today. I'm just not letting it bother me. I just go to Smite 1 if it's fucking up, and then I'll come back to Smite 2 when it's fixed. Yeah, it's all good, brother. It is what it is. I don't like when the stream negatively affects my mood enough to where I can't give you guys a good stream, and I don't feel like the past few days was a good stream, to be honest with you, so I'm just ignoring it when it's annoying, and I'll just relay the bugs and trust that they're gonna, I mean, not trust that they're gonna fix them. They literally are telling me like, yo, this is already known, it's gonna get fixed, sorry. And I'm like, it's all good. That's like, I'll give you an example. Not really throwing my wife under the bus here, right? But I'll give you an example that has nothing to do with Smite to see if we can find some common ground here on the way that we address concerns that we have with other people. So there's people the other day that were working on our parking lot, okay? And they were doing pavement and stuff, and they got, through the sprayer or whatever they were using, they got fucking like tar and dirt residue and everything all over our fucking backyard. Not even only on our backyard, all over our patio, all over our patio furniture, all over the top of our patio, literally to where like I didn't even know how to rinse it off. And my wife was upset, and it was like, because she's like, I gotta clean all this shit now. I'm like, true. And then, you know, by like the like 3rd hour, she was just very upset about it, and I was like, okay, well, like, what do you want me to do? Right? I'll go out, like, right? You want me to go talk to somebody? I'll go talk to them. Like, are they aware that they're doing it? Blah, 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 blah. And she was just very upset. And I was like, all right. So I'm annoyed, but I mean, like, the question is like, what do I do with my annoyance? What do I do with this emotion I have? What do I do with this energy I have? You want me to go talk to somebody? I go out there, and I'm like, they'd already talked to my wife once or something like that, and I walked out there, and he actually knocked on our door. I'm like, I'll go talk to him. I just don't know what you're expecting here. So I go out there, and he's like, so what happened? Like, do you have like a way for us to like help come clean it? And I was like, I don't really want them in my backyard. So I was just like, nah, it's fine. Right? I was like, nah, it's fine. Right? I don't want them in my backyard. Like, I can clean it up. So they're like, all right, like, we can pay you. And I was like, don't want your money. And they're like, well, we're really sorry. I'm like, I mean, I'm sure you didn't do it on purpose. And like, they're adamantly apologizing, and they're like, yeah, we did this, and that's kind of how it happened. Didn't really realize it till it was already done. And I was just like, yeah, that's fine, right? So like, that's the question right now. Like, what do we want from Hirez? We want it fixed. We want them to do better. Sure, 100%. We want the next patch to be less buggy. Facts, right? We want them to operate more efficiently going from patch to patch, but we still want patches out in time. Everybody is on the same page. Everybody agrees there. What are you looking for when you go into a Smite game chat and just say, yo, this is trash? What are you looking for? Are you just looking for them to feel bad? They do. You know what happens if Smite 2 fails? All of those people lose their jobs. Right? That's what happens. That's what happens if Smite 2 fails. All of them lose their jobs. Right? Do you not think they're trying? Do you not think they want to be doing better? Give them proper feedback. Give them proper amount of accountability when they're not doing well. But then what do you want after that? What is the point of you going in there and just saying it's trash? What is the point? Explain it to me. right? What do you want? Do you want to punish them by making them feel... What do you want, right? And if you can't answer that question and it doesn't lead to anything positive, then change the way your mindset works. I get frustrated with Hirez all the time, right? They hear my frustrations. I don't need to go on Twitter and talk about it. I will talk about some concerns, like about viewership and overall stuff that I think the creators need to get behind here and voice in their own ways, right? But I'm going to express it directly to them in a way that's like, hey, you know, like, this isn't good. I can't play your game right now, right? And that's it. Complain with a purpose, please. And don't have it be just because you want somebody to feel bad. Complain with a purpose. Not saying don't complain. I'm not saying don't complain. I'm just saying use that energy for a purpose. And that purpose should be to make the game that you enjoy better. I suck. I mean, personally, I would like for them to communicate more with the community. At least they posted about the bugs yesterday, but a lot of times they are radio silence. What you have to understand about being in a position of providing a product, service, or something to people is the more that you communicate, the more that you invite discussion. They're communicating with us every day in Discord, every moment. Every moment I have a bug, every moment I have an issue, every moment y'all have an issue that I relate to them, it is directly addressed to me. Having conversations with me is going to go a lot different than having conversations with the general group of gamers. And I don't think the general group of gamers deserve to have a conversation with Hirez. I'm going to be honest with you. And I think this proves it by examples I'm giving right now. Like people going to Smite game chat and just being like, this is trash, right? It is a waste of wages for you to even go and conversate with them. Let everyone bring me their concerns and let me go in there and be like, yo, that, like, right? People aren't going to continue to play this game if X, Y, and Z isn't addressed, right? Let me be the person that brings that information to them in a way that's actually digestible so that way they can assess what they need to do and fix it rather than just like, if they just invited discourse between regular people, it's not going to lead to anything other than somebody being like, I just want you to know your game sucks. Like, okay. And that's not really anybody in here so much. I don't see... There was like one instance of somebody the other day that did that. A lot of y'all don't do that, but I'm just saying in general, that's the feedback they get. The worst social media ever was making people think their opinions are important enough to be heard. It's hard. Direct, immediate accountability is overall a good thing. The issue is that people are not adept at creating feedback that is worth listening to. That's the issue. Like I said, a lot of us agree right now. A lot of people just aren't saying things in the right way. A lot of us agree with the overall sentiment of the current state of Smite 2 and the bugs that are coming along with this patch. Almost everybody's on the same page. The issue is that a lot of people aren't saying things in ways that produce any positive result. All they produce is negative result. That's the issue right now. The issue is that we are just not set up right now with the way people are talking to lead to anything beneficial. Just saying Hirez sucks, or to say, or like the Valve comparison, I don't think is good. I don't think it does anything, right? Well, Valve can do it. Like, okay, what is the point of comparing? Final K actually brought this up recently. I want people's voices to be heard by Hirez. I just want to get people to understand that when they're frustrated by it, when they're frustrated by Smite at the moment, sometimes they don't always argue in a way that leads to anything other than just negativity. Oops. Yeah, alphas are rough. People only ever take things at face value. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand I'm in an alpha. I understand I paid for that alpha. I understand there's going to be bugs that come along with the alpha. Do I still agree that there are way too many bugs in this patch? Yes. Yes, there are too many. Is it acceptable? No. Do I want them to know that? Yes. Do they now know that? For sure. Right? So now we just wait. We get that next patch, and we just go, this is much better, and then we say thank you. That's it, right? And this is the issue is that people have such a short-term memory. This happens with Hirez all the time. Something happens. We clearly recognize that it's not acceptable. We let them know that. How many times do they not come back with a change or a fix that is in the best interest of everybody? How many times do you see people be like, yo, this patch sucks. Yo, this wasn't enough. Yo, you should have done more. And then all of a sudden, one patch later, maybe not even 2 days later, they're like, yo, wow, huge high-res W for all the changes they just made to address our concerns. That always happens, does it not? Like, when do they not do that? They do it every fucking time. Every time I see the same consistent group of people being like, yo, this is shit, trash. And then all of a sudden they make changes. They're like, yo, these are great changes. Glad they heard us and glad that, like, it's like people get amnesia. We're like, yo, there wasn't enough in the Smite 1 mid-season patch to keep us interested while Smite 2 isn't good enough to play. Right? Yo, there's not enough right now. They're not doing enough for Smite 1. They're not doing enough right now. They're not doing enough right now, right? We need that fixed. And then they're like, all right, here, we're going to do like a throwback then, right? We're going to do a throwback then and revert 9.5 and re-update all these items, work around the clock to give you this. And we're like, yo, great, awesome. That's a W patch, right? And then they come out with Smite 2, and we're like, yo, this isn't good enough. This isn't good. The game doesn't feel good. The feeling doesn't feel good. The art doesn't feel good. What do? They redo their entire fucking game and relaunch it to us. And unanimously across the board, everyone goes, this is fucking huge. This is amazing. And then they release a patch for Smite 2 where they changed a bunch of stuff, and a lot of the creators and people in the community were like, yo, these changes aren't that good. And what do? The next day, they say, hey, we're reverting these changes and changing these ones. And everyone goes, oh, shit, they listened to us. Dope. Like, when are people going to start realizing that Hirez listens and makes changes when they need to? Especially when you address your concern in a way that's like, we don't like this. And if they're going to, what is the point of screaming into the void like, oh, Hirez sucks? Not saying they should listen to everyone instead of creators. No, not even just creators. It's not just creators that are in the ambassador thing. It's just like longtime Smite players, the devs, pros. It's not even just creators. It's just like it's old Olympians. It's old. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's all staples of the community that have been here for a very long time. Where's my one? Yeah, exactly. That's what you should do, yeah. Oh, I haven't even looked at the stock market this morning. Ooh, we're up. Oh, we're up 3%. Oh, what is it? What is it? What's up today? Holy shit. Tesla's up. Okay, love to see it. I'll take it. Yeah, you would think after running Smite for so long, they would have the support and trust. Well, I feel like even not even just Smite people in general. I feel like a lot of people are very in the moment. I feel like a lot of people are very in the moment about very short-term memory. Like, all right, I've become accustomed to this. I've become accustomed to the way this is, and now this isn't good, right? It's the same way you see people in relationships, right? Same way you see people in relationships. Like, you have a concern, you address it with your partner, but then both of you, a lot of times, when you get back into that conflict, you revert right back to how you were before. Almost like you don't remember that, like, here's what we did last time to resolve it, but then you just keep going through the same pattern. That's one of the main issues people have in general. Is they are very in the moment right now. I want to be satisfied right now, and in this moment right now, I want to complain about this, even though I know fixes are on the way or whatever. Is this ranked? No. For some reason, I couldn't... I don't know if rank's down or what. What's it saying? Is it saying Royale with cheese, Moist? Is it saying Royale with cheese? Yeah, they said a workaround right now. Stay in that lobby, but unplug, disconnect your internet. Disconnect your internet from your computer and let it put you back to the main lobby, and that should temporarily fix it. They're working on it right now. Oh, you can't queue either. Uh-oh. They might be restarting the queues and stuff to fix the issues. Another Moist. This can't be. Hey. I'll leave one. Debatable. Uh-oh. Bitch. That's what you have to ask yourself. Anytime you have a complaint, even if you're pissed off about it, you have to ask yourself, what am I looking to get out of my annoyance? What am I looking to get out of this energy I'm investing into being unhappy right now, right? What am I looking to get from this unsatisfactory feeling I have? Am I looking for them to feel bad? If that's the case, that's kind of shitty, right? Am I looking for a fix? Okay. How can we manifest this feeling of annoyance or unsatisfactory about a product or service? Like, how can we turn this into something that will lead to something better? If you can't figure that out, work on it, man. I don't know. That's why I find it funny. If you guys missed that tweet from the other day on Sunday, somebody came into the Smite game chat, and it was a long-term viewer, like a 36 huh? A 36-month subscriber came in, and they came into the Hirez chat, and they were just like, wow, the viewership sucks, and the player base sucks, and everything. Wow, Hirez making such shitty decisions. These are bad business decisions. And I was like, brother, it's the 3rd week of a closed alpha, right? This is the 3rd week of a closed alpha. Relax, right? Relax. And then I just pretty much got told that I can't see what's clearly happening because my success is tied to this game. And I said, so you are saying, what you're saying is you think I'm incapable of being unbiased in terms of giving you an a objective point of view. You don't think I'm capable of giving an objective point of view. And they said no. And I said, oh, okay. Well, I guess the conversation ends there. Why? So we were just about to F6 and now we're winning? They see me rolling. They hating. Good thing we tried to surrender there. Good thing we tried to surrender there, I guess. Fucking weird ass fucking people, brother. What's going on? All right, let me check and see Discord. We are shifting our schedule and